Good morning. Going to try to work her outfit today. Mary McLeod, Bethune's outfit. Um, this particular coat. I'll try to work the scarf as well, or the shirt, excuse me, the shirt underneath it as well. But let's start off with the navy blue coat, if you want to call it, that's on the top. I like putting the darks in first. Let's see. Put it in fairly thin because the dark reflects so much that if you put it in too thick and you have too much of a brush stroke in it as well, it's gonna catch the light. Using a fairly big brush. I might go to a softer brush. I'm not for sure yet. As I start to work it a little bit. Measuring space. I am thinking about mapping points, some things that help me to get the proportions correct. I have some ultra marine blue as well as a violet. I'll be mixing some other colors in here too as I see them. And I'm dipping into some linseed oil mixed with a little bit of liquid. Just a little bit. But I do want to get this pretty close today. Pretty close to. I think I'll go with a softer brush. But I do want to go with a big brush. As I stated in the other video, because what's happening is sometimes see how much better the stroke is? Sometimes the harder brush will scrape off paint. I don't want it to come off. I need it to stay on. See, it's a much better stroke. And I'll put another layer on the top of this as well. It won't stay this thin in some areas. Thinking about the drawing. gonna go back and do a little something to the background, so I'm not too worried about that right now. See how beautiful that stroke was on there? It depends on the material. It depends on the brush. Reason why I went to a softer brush too, because I don't want it to have those brush marks yet. Those strong brush marks. That'll come. That'll come as I paint just a little bit more. Don't know just how far I want to take the vignette yet. Let's join this. I try to move some of that color as I'm painting, some of that color into the more darker shallow areas, because I just want to break up some of that, um, some of this really dark navy blue, and by adding some earth tone in it helps to neutralize it a little bit, so it's not so just blue. You know, I want the painting to go as a unit, so as a, you know, as a complete painting. I want to take some of these colors. It's early in the morning, so please forgive my my mindset. It's not totally there yet. But what I'm trying to say is that to make the the painting complete, you know, to God, how can I put this in words? As simply as to go together, the background, as well as the outfit, the face, everything, just one cohesive painting. That's what I'm trying to say. I want it to all sort of work its way in together. So I just don't want to use the blue or the black, or I'm using purple and greens in here, and just all kind of things, you know. But the main color will be, it will be the blue. It will be the navy blue color. Just trying to work up to that, you know. So I build the layers up, and through exploring, I come up with, just a better way. You know, it seems to work a little bit better, you know, once I start to dig a little bit more. So I'll keep working it and working it until I try not to do too much on this area. Any of you all have those early in the morning, uh, just blank mind? You seem like you can't fully understand things early in the morning. Well, sometimes I get like that. And I'm quite sure that I'm not the only one that goes through this mind, this early in the morning mindset, you know. So just following the particular light and dark patterns here of color. Hopefully I'm going to extend this a little bit, because like I said, I want to push the background in. So just like what Sargent did, he went over the edge. I'm going to go over the edge, and then I'm going to use the background color to push back into it. And I am purposely also choosing the particular composition on her shirt or her jacket, her body positioning the way I want it to be, like maybe like more of a diagonal rather than that. This is missing, so I'm just adding that in, you know, and I'm taking that particular diagonal because I just like what it does for the composition as well. So you can see where it's starting to fill in a little bit. These big bands of color actually just helps me to think just a little bit more. I'm going to take another big brush and I am going to go over the background and see, just to make sure that I'm thinking of the edges here. Think about these buttons, how to how to best suggest them. I will get to that. Yes, I do want to keep this vignette the way I have it. I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to put it in, but before I totally let it dry, I'm going to think about how I want to do that on there. So remember, I wanted it to go this way. I'm getting a piece of paper towel, but it's lint free. And I'm gonna put a little bit of mineral spirits on it. Better yet, some of this medium. How about that? And let me wipe some off. I want to have a sort of my way of sort of doing a vignette the way it's soft out here and sort of worked in a way that's sort of dissipates on the end. How high I want to take that, I don't know. These two brushes not gonna make it. Getting some more soft brushes. I have a lot of these soft brushes in here that just sort of help me a bit. I want to continue to go big though, so I think I want to take this down just a little bit. I want to put some of this right here, just a bit. Let's see how that works. I'm experimenting. I'm not totally convinced that what I'm doing is totally right yet. So I play with it a bit. Let's see. I gotta feel comfortable with that. If I don't feel comfortable with it, I won't put it. I'll save it. You don't have to rush. Don't rush through things. If you feel like something is not working the way you want it to work, then don't do it. Hold up a bit. Wait a bit. Besides, I have plenty of other stuff that I could work on until I figure out what I actually want. What I'm saying is I don't feel comfortable with it yet. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So if you don't know what you want to do with something, don't rush it. Take your time. Thinking about the size and the structure of this button, and if I do that one, I'll go to this one and do the same thing, and until I feel comfortable with it, you know. I'll leave these big strokes in there for a while, and then I'll come back and sort of finesse what's here to get a better understanding of what I've put down. I'm going to go to the background. I'm taking some of the earth tone that's in her face and just moving it to the background. Just making sure that I have it toned down enough so it's not competing. And I'm trying to keep it in the middle value. So if I can keep it in the middle value, taking some of the shirt as well. Let's see how that looks. Taking some of the jacket as well, some of that blue, and just adding it in there to help gray it down just a bit. Still not grayed down enough. I'll take it down some more. Take it down a little bit more. Let's see. Let's try this. Let's see how this works. Let's try it again. Long as I'm somewhere within the middle value, I'm okay. Play with this until I have a happy good understanding. Okay. Back to drawing. I am putting the background in fairly thin because I don't want it to compete with the head at all. So I'm putting it in fairly thin because there may be more layers that I put over the top. Matter of fact, I know I will. There'll be more layers put on the top. And I want to save room. I want to save room to be able to, I want to make sure the paint is, excuse me, sorry about that. I'm painting, I'm losing my thought here. I want to be able to add more layers, different colors and stuff. And by painting thin, it allows me to do that without me putting too much and making it too thick. I don't want the background to be too thick, at least not at this stage, because if I do make it too thick at this stage, it's gonna basically come forward. I don't want it to come forward. I want it to be nice and thin on there. And I'm gonna get these shoulders in a minute. Take that down a little bit. Take that down a little bit. While you have this paint wet, just think about those edges. If you want a soft edge, a lost edge, you just don't want it to look like your painting is cut out. This shirt is cut out in place on here. So I'll soften that edge some more. I'll use a different brush in a minute. I'll use a dry brush technique to sort of help with that. And my mentor taught me that years ago, to use a dry brush. He would say when you want to soften your edges up a bit, you get a dry brush. So I have all these brushes, and I try to get a bristle one at that, something fairly hard. And I'll just come across it like so. Just to soften that edge up. You don't want to halo it though. I'm trying not to halo it. When you're losing an edge, there's several different ways to do it. One way is to use a dry brush. The next way is to, like, you see this color, you take this color, you add several values of that color, and you extend it into that so you have a dark, medium to light. That's another way of losing that edge. Of softening the edge. Then another way that I like to do, let me get another soft brush, is to take that. I really want that to be a part of it. So I'll take that and start working that color into the shirt, into the jacket at the top. Where does it go, Because the reason why this is rolling backwards, so it's taking on part of the life back there. So I just incorporate it into that until I'm ready to face it. So it's like that's a plane there, I've been dropping brushes all morning. I've just been dropping brushes. So back to here. I want to lose this edge for a bit. I like losing edges and then finding them later. So really want to get just a little bit more of this in there. Because I can go back over it with the blue. So I'm experimenting, exploring, trying to figure out, okay, can I use this? Can I do this? Can I do this? You have to sort of play with it to be able to get it to function just the way you want it to function. So it takes time. Takes time.